Greetings and blessings, my butterflies. Welcome back. This is your love and metamorphosis reading for whatever sign comes out next. This reading could be about you and a potential partner or love interest of yours, or this could be about the way that love is transforming, evolving inside of you. Either way, this energy, the intention of this reading, is to help give you actions that you can take to help you align best with your desired outcomes in love and help you to give and receive love in the most balanced way possible for you. My butterflies, the song that was playing during the time that I was shuffling on this energy is a song called Obvious by Chris Brown. Now, during the shuffle, the energy that popped out pretty immediately, pretty quickly, was the energy of the Ace of Pentacles. So, this could be about a new offer of stability, that may be coming in for you or has came in for you. This could be about a new project, or one that has great potential. You could be learning, gaining is a better word. You could be gaining something around value or purpose with that Ace of Pentacles energy. The way that, the image is holding the pentacle in the card, it's a very large pentacle that they're holding. The way that they're holding it, it makes it very, very obvious that, this is a pinnacle. This is something I'm offering you. This is something of value. It's very obvious by the way that it's presented in the card. So, this could be about an opportunity that, you can't mistake it. You can't miss it. It's right there. You already know about it. It's an obvious opportunity. So you may have gained. This could be also be about you could have gained some kind of crystal clear clarity around a situation or something going on in your life or environment. That pinnacle energy could be about gaining clarity. It could also be about life purpose type of energy. You could be learning or gaining knowledge around the purpose of something that has happened or something that's currently going on, my butterflies. This clarity could be about, around a person, place, or thing. Just use your discernment. Apply where, you see fit for it. But it may have been something, it could also have been something that was obvious to everybody else. And it wasn't something that was so obvious to you. Maybe you had to go through you, maybe you had to experience it first before you could fully see what everybody else felt like was obvious. That energy is jumping out at me as well. I'm not really familiar with this particular song by Chris Brown. So there may be something, that you may be just you may be, it may be a new experience for you, because that pinnacle energy could be a new experience. Maybe a new experience for you. Something new but tangible. Something that's relevant. Or it could be, I don't know, for some reason I was picking up an energy of arrogance from that song. Or entitlement. Yeah. So maybe if that's relevant to you, that'll be the confirmation that you need to know whether or not this message has information that'll be beneficial to you. But right behind that Ace of Pentacles, there was a Nine of Swords. And that energy, is all about, being anxious, having anxiety, being all in your head constantly about, and since it became right behind that pinnacle energy, it's about that offer. It's about that clarity. It's about that truth. It's about that new beginning. It's being in your head about it. Whatever you've gained, some clarity around, whether it's life purpose, whether it's around, a relationship, whether it's around, any topic of anything that you value. That energy could be having you all up in your head. maybe it's because of this kind of authoritative energy that I was picking up in that song. Like I said, it was giving me real I was picking up authoritative energy. I don't know. I don't really know. Maybe that kind of vibe, just that energy of somebody being authority. Maybe that energy makes you feel uncertain. Maybe that triggers something for you in some kind of way. Because I did see the energy of exhaustion and obsession as well. That's probably why I'm still thinking about that energy. And yeah, because I seen exhaustion and obsession. So there could be something that has you a bit uneasy that may be being highlighted in this reading. This energy is going to be for Aquarius. Welcome in, my beautiful Aquarius. My beautiful and handsome Aquarius. I'm going to make a mental note to start and be, inclusive. I don't know where that came from, but thank you, Spirit. Maybe there's something about here about being inclusive. Maybe there's something here about feeling included. Or about, maybe you went through something where you felt outcast. Thank you, Spirit. Maybe you went through some energy where you felt outcast, or someone in your energy felt that. Thank you, Spirit. We're going to jump right in and see what messages we get for you, my Aquarius. Alright, there's that Nine of Swords popping back up. The energy for person A, I usually attribute to yours. The energy for person B, you can flip and reverse it if you feel and see fit as well. Alright. Is he in the problem position? You have the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles is the one that brings in the offer, and that is in the problem position. Thank you, Spirit, for the confirmation. I was picking up on the right energy. We're going to get some clarifying energy for butterflies. Let's see what energies we have for you. Lord, I hope my sound is recording. I just looked up. I can see the light on for my mic, so I hope I am being recorded. All right, my butterflies. The energy for person A, which like I said, I attribute to being your energy. I'm going to talk up a little louder just in case my mic is not recording or picking up. The energy I have for you is the Knight of Wands energy. This is fierce, bold, impulsive energy. This energy is determined. This is the energy where you are laser focused in on searching, achieving those goals. And those goals are tied to an energy of spying, social network, information ways. You may be connected to it. Pisces has had this energy as well. So in the current energy for person A, this could be your person or you. There's an energy where someone, is pursuing their goals. Someone is using social media, spying, information that they have or information that they are gathering. They are using that in an impulsive way to achieve something, to achieve a goal. That pinnacle energy that I was telling you about, that's very, very prominent in this reading. My butterflies. So in the current energy for the person A, there is an energy where they may be a bit aggressive in this energy. There may be a relentless pursuit because that Knight of Wands energy is a fiery energy. But it's an energy that does burn out. It's an energy that doesn't always necessarily have to stay at high volume or whatever. So this energy could be about you being aggressive and pursuing and gathering some type of information, something that you feel like you need, something that's beneficial to you, that will help you along your journey for love, or to help you evolve in a situation that involves emotions or love. In the energy for person B, we have the energy of the Nine of Swords. This is that mental anxiety that I was talking about, that overactive mind, and being all in your head, just letting thoughts replay over and over again. You can't sleep at night. Just troubles, just mentally, just being replayed in your mind. It's an energy, where you just can't seem to get past. It could be the memories, the thoughts, the negative thought processes, or the fears. All of these things are mental. And this energy is being clarified by the energy of resistance. This is secret admirer energy. This is suppressing or timid energy. So someone may be in their head because they are secretly admiring something. They're suppressing a feeling. They're suppressing thoughts. They're suppressing memories of something from the past. And so in the current energy for person B, there's an energy where, this is making a person, hold back. Be shy, timid. So that's the energy for the person in person B section. And for the energy where the problem or the core problem or situation that spirit wants to highlight for this energy between you and another, or this energy that may be evolving inside of you, there's the energy of the Knight of Pentacles. There's a lot of Knight energy here. A lot of young, developing energy. Not necessarily young, but, just still developmental energy. This Knight of Pentacles energy, like I said, this is the energy of the Knight that brings in the offers. But this is a cautious Knight. This is the slowest moving Knight in the deck. Because, it's patient. It's sensible. This is also a Knight that, isn't concerned about, making progress quickly. Because they understand the value. See that pentacle? They understand the value of what they hold in their hands. And this energy is being connected to an energy of open heart. This is the energy of being receptive, having empathy, being open to vulnerability. So in the problem section, this is an energy where someone may have been being cautious, diligent, on an energy, for a slow, on an energy where they didn't mind a slow progress towards them receiving something, towards something becoming, more empathetic or more vulnerable to them. Because, like I said, this is an offer. So this is something that, this is something tangible. So there's an energy where someone, was dependent on slow progress to bring this in to them, to bring in this open heart energy towards them. But this is in the problem section, my butterflies. And Spirit is highlighting this as a problem. So there's something that Spirit wants you to be mindful of, wants you to look at, wants you to go within and find the truth, seek the truth. Because like I said, the Ace of Pentacles is clarity. It's clarity over what you value, clarity over what what's the purpose of things. So Spirit wants you to go within. That overactive mind, that energy, it will help because it's a 9. It's all about self. It will end up helping. Eventually, it helps to get into a place where you can understand what's the purpose behind things. What does it really, really mean? How receptive am I to it? Can I be vulnerable and empathetic? The Spirit said there's, some slow progress here. Someone may be moving too slow. You may not be doing the work that's really, really needed because you're being too cautious, being too diligent when it comes to opening your heart, giving and receiving, being empathetic and vulnerable towards a situation where you may already know that energy is needed. Someone may need your vulnerability. Someone may need your empathy, or vice versa. You might need that. But that's what the problem is. And what's creating this problem is an energy of self-sufficiency. I always see this, this is dream like wishes coming true with my I always see Nine of Cups energy as wishes coming true. I see this as self-sufficiency. Having it all. This could, what I'm saying, this is feeling emotionally, fulfilled, but all by yourself. This is like a selfish energy to me. You see how he has his arms crossed, like he's going to hold on to all of his wealth, everything that he has. That's a hold on energy. When you cross your arms, it's protection. So this is like, greed. Thank you, Spirit, for that confirmation. This is like greedy energy. And this is in the obstacle or blockage area. So there's an energy, which is the obstacle or blockage of a greedy energy. A greedy energy that may be causing confusion. That may be, creating scenarios that are unclear. Making things unsure, uncertain. Someone may be self-indulgent in that. Indulgent in confusion. Indulgent in the energies of, creating uncertainty around, an environment, a situation, person, place, or thing, Spirit. They don't want me to say it. They don't want me to talk about it. They're trying to stumble my words. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you for the protection. Because in the best possible outcome energy, we have the Page of Swords. This is investigative energy. This is the energy that's trying to figure it out. But in the beginning stages, being young, being a bit naive about it. The Page of Swords energy could be an energy of a bit, mentally unstable. Because like I said, it's immature. If you look at the ground that they're standing on, you can see how unstable the ground is. So that's the reason why I say what I say. So I always set the imagery in the cards that, help you. So this could be someone, who has unstable thinking. The way they think is not grounded. Instability. And that's that energy of confusion here. This energy where the Page of Swords, this energy is being clarified by the energy of exhaustion. It popped up again. This is drained. Depletion. That's what I was picking up in that energy. Like I said, it was an authority energy, and someone was like, it was obsessive. It was an energy where someone was unsure. It was an energy where they didn't know if they wanted to continue to deal with this situation. And that's what I'm picking up right here on this table. My butterflies, the overall energy that's motivating this top royal cards is the energy of the Six of Swords. This is moving to calmer waters. This energy with the Six of Swords, this is all about, leaving behind anything that that didn't no longer serve you. This is, accepting help. This energy is always about you having the desire to want to go somewhere better. Even though you may have to go somewhere better, with little to nothing, you're not alone. And you can roll right through those swords that were created. All of that mental, uncertainty, the mind games, the hostility that were in the Five of Swords energy, you can move right past those. That's the desire. That's what's motivating. That's the hidden truth about this energy, about this reading of the top row cards. The overall energy of the bottom row of cards is the energy of distracted, sidetracked. Sagittarius, I think, had this energy. This is one to go, this is about change and delays as well, this distracted energy. Like I said, there's something unstable here. There's something distracted. There's something that's illusioned, that's wrapped up in the illusions here. I'm hearing something in the milk ain't right, shouty. Okay, Spirit. Something in the milk ain't right, Shawty. That's what Spirit just said to me. And that's not even something that I even say. We're gonna get a confession card for you and the person that you may be connected to, or the energy outside of you that you're connected to. The energy for you will be a hidden truth that you may not be revealing to yourself, or one that you have not accepted to embrace. And the one for your partner could be an energy where they don't have the courage to speak it out loud to you, or it's possible that they have, and it just is in a position for you to embrace their truth. All right, my butterflies. For the energy for person A, we have rejecting you was protecting myself. I was being selfish. So in this energy where someone was being impulsive, going after what they want through spying and energies of that sort, this energy was connected, was a result of someone feeling rejected, or an energy of someone rejecting another person. So the energy for person A, the impulsive energy, they impulsively rejected a situation because they were just being selfish. There's the selfish energy right here. In the energy for person B, it says, I am embarrassed by my actions, feel disgusted with myself. That's the energy, here with the Nine of Swords, along with resistance, that secret admirer energy, suppressing the fact that they feel connected to someone, but their actions may have destroyed something. Their actions may have created an energy of resistance for them. 22 minutes. All right, let me get a angel wisdom message for you, my dear Aquarius, so that we can go ahead and get you out of here. I appreciate you all for being here and listening to the messages, and I hope you all have the information that you need to make the best possible decisions for your highest good. Something might take a little minute to clean up, my Aquarius. Soon as I said something might take a little minute to clean up, my Aquarius, the energy of angel of endurance. You're going to need to endure a situation. I felt that with that exhaustion and the confusion energy. That's where I started picking that energy up from. This angel says, I embrace patience and trust in the process. Patience is a virtue that allows us to persevere. By trusting the journey, we cultivate endurance and resilience. The angels remind you that in order to succeed, you must learn how to control your impatience and wait until the right outcome you deserve comes along. So my butterflies, like I said, in person A energy, that's that energy that I attribute to you. This is the energy here that Spirit is affirming. Learning how to be patient, not impulsive. To wait for the right information to come along. No spying, my Aquarius. I hope these energies have been helpful to you. I appreciate you all for being here. It's always an honor and a privilege, because my healing is your healing and your healing is mine. So let's transform together. Welcome to your metamorphosis, butterflies, and until next time, you all be safe.